Hi, this is JP from No the Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to another Arkham Horror LCG playthrough, and this time we are delving into the latest standalone scenario, which is film Fatale, and we are playing with Winifred Habbamock, the aviatrix. So this is the latest standalone scenario for Arkham Horror. It is made around this haunted film set, which has some unusual things happening, and I decided to make a Winifred deck using 49 experience. So first off, let's look at the deck list for this playthrough. Okay, and we are on ArkhamCDB.com, and this is the deck. So a lot of experience in this deck, also a lot of basic weaknesses in the deck. So first off, let's look at the assets we have. So as Winifred has a high agility, we opted to take the British Bulldog, and it is the leveled up version. So this is a really good way for us to fight if we need to. Mostly we probably will be trying to evade stuff and run away from stuff, but if we are in a pinch, we have to be able to fight. Also, I have one copy of the level 1 lockpicks and one copy of the level 0 lockpicks. This is because I ran out of experience, so I had to cut something. Then we have the 2 copies of Thieves Kit for added clue getting. Then Lucky Cigarette Case level 3 is a really good card for Wini. It lets us draw the cards we need, and as we have a lot of weaknesses in the deck, we want to avoid getting the weaknesses. So this is better than the level 0 version that just draws us a card. Our ally is Lola Santiago. She will boost our agility and intellect, so it helps us to get clues more efficiently. Also, Fox Mask is really good for Wini, and Lone Wolf for economy. For the only event in the deck is the level 3 Backstab. This is to help us fight using agility, and if we succeed by 2 or more, we get the card back into our hand at the end of our turn. The deck is really skill heavy because it is Wini. So we have Watch This level 3, Daredevil level 2, Manual Dexterity level 2, Nimble, Opportunist level 2, and Savant, and also Perception. As I said, there are 49 experience in this deck, so the weaknesses are the Silver Moth. We have the Damned, which makes us draw a tarot card and choose the bad version from that. Also, we have Day of Reckoning, which will seal off our Elder Sign token, and Down and Out, which is a newer one, and the Thing That Follows. So that is the deck, so let's hop back over to the scenario. So we have set up the scenario here, and before we do anything else, I'll draw the tarot card from the tarot deck. We'll give it a shuffle and draw one tarot card. So we get the Priestess. So the negative effect is during the first intellect test each investigator performs each round, they get -1 intellect. That's not a bad one, but we'll put that there. And that is done. Next up, we'll read the story. So quickly going through the special rules in this, we have alert, which is old. Then we have a combination test. It is the same as in Union and Disillusion from the Circle Undone. campaign. Elusive, it is from the Hemlock Vale. We have Patrol, that we have seen before. Then we have props. So props are basically story assets that we earn during the game. There's a lot of things if we get defeated and stuff like that, so it goes to the next investigator, but we can ignore that. But those are basically the new rules. So let's head over to the story. Film Fatale. You have arrived in Hollywood and the request of your contact, the silent film actor Andre Patel. According to Andre, something strange is happening on Lot C. Cameras and props have gone missing and a series of accidents nearly halted production. Rumors have spread between the cast members that the films are cursed. None of it was taken seriously until one of the cast members was found dead. The late afternoon sun beats down on the hot pavement as you scan the crowd for signs of Andre. Half a dozen extras in alien masks whisk past you, followed by a stagehand dragging a large dinosaur food by wagon. Across the lot, you finally spot him standing with a trio of werewolves. His eyes light up, and he strides briskly through the busy lot once he sees you. Finally, he takes a bow. I thought you'll never arrive, and just in time too. Please follow me. As the silent film star leads you across the lot, you catch glimpses of various sets. A cosmic journey features a cheap-looking rocket, a robed wizard, and an alien Saturnites. Meanwhile, the Forgotten Island is filled with crudely painted pyramids and gargantuan paper-mache dinosaurs. A blood-curdling scream echoes out of the gothic horror set for the abominable Contessa as you walk past. I don't think the mishaps lately are just bad luck, Andre says gravely. Unfortunately, my reputation has made it difficult to get straight answers out of the cast and crew. Nobody wants to tell their star actor that something's going wrong on set, which is why I need you to ask around the film set, see what they think is really going on. Andre's demeanor brightens. This could be fun, actually. I hope you're up to the task. And we have done the setup for this scenario. So we have the central lot, jungle set, space set, and gothic set, and the props deck is here. It should be under the central lot, but it is more easy to get the cards if it's there. Lastly, we are playing on standard difficulty, so let's read the agenda and act cards. Show business as usual. As you walk with Andre, he mentions the trouble around the lot all started when the producer Erika Strand found the deal of the century on the props for the films. Ever since then, people have been acting strange, thinking things have been disappearing and the world just doesn't seem right, and the doom threshold is 5. Andre's request. The mishaps that have plagued Lot C all seems to stem from several strange props. By tracking them down, you may be able to put a stop to these unfortunate events. Each possessed extra gains aloof. Objective. Investigate as many of the cursed props as you can. At the end of the round, if there are 2 or more prop sets in the victory display, the investigators may advance. So we need to get at least 2, but we hopefully try to get all 3. And that is everything, so without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and we are ready to start, so we'll draw our opening hand. Let's see, we get weakness, so we redraw Backstab, Lockpicks, Perception, Lola Santiago, and Lone Wolf. I think we don't need the Perception, so we'll draw Daredevil. Okay, so we'll shuffle these 2 into the deck. So I think I'll just set up for the first round and then head and start investigating. Okay. First action, we'll play Lola. Second action, we'll play Lockpicks. And last action we'll play Lone Wolf. And that is all our actions and resources, so that is a really fast turn. And we'll go to upkeep, we draw a card, Opportunist, and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. First encounter card for the game is Break a Leg. Test Agility 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 damage or choose and discard a non-story item as you control. Well, hopefully we can manage with our agility. So we will actually commit Daredevil to get some card draw going. So we discard cards until we hit a rogue skill that we can commit. So we'll commit Nimble. And we shuffle these back into our deck and get to draw a card with Winnie's ability. So we are 7 versus 3 here. And we draw Thieves Kit. We test 7 versus 3. I mean 8 versus 3 because Lola Santiago is in play. And we pull a -1. And we get to actually do a free move here. So I'll head to the space station first. Or a space set first. So 3 Shroud, 1 Clue forced. After you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test willpower 2. If you fail, lose 1 action. Action, play an asset from your hand, reducing its cost by 2, limit once per game. So we didn't break a leg, but we got a free move with Nimble. So, start of our turn, we get a clue from Lone Wolf. We might as well investigate with lockpicks. So this is a -1 test with lockpicks, so we have 2 plus 6, so 8 versus 3. And another -1, we'll grab a clue. We lose an action because we took the last clue from here. Last action, we'll just move back here. And that is our turn. We'll go to upkeep and we get Arrogance and a clue, resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Encounter card is Bleeding Reality. Test Intellect X, where X is 1 more than the current act number. For each point you fail by, discard 1 card at random from your hand to a maximum of 3. Okay, so we are testing 3 versus 2 because we have 4 minus 1. And we will commit Arrogance to the test. So we're 2 versus 2. Elder Sign, +1. After this test ends, for every 2 points you succeed by, return a card from committed to this test to your hand. Well, we are not doing that. We still pass, so we return Arrogance to our hand and we don't lose any more cards. First action. We'll go to the jungle set next. So the jungle set is... okay, we get 1 from Lone Wolf first, then we move. So 3 Shroud, 1 Clue forced. After you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test Agility 2. If you fail, you must either take 1 damage or discard an asset you control. An action, reveal the top 6 cards of your deck, choose a revealed item asset and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. We don't really need to do that. So we are investigating. I have to commit Arrogance, but we will also commit opportunities to do the lockpicks, and now we are 9 versus 3. Oh yeah, and we draw a card because we committed to. It is the Day of Reckoning. So first we will lose the Elder Sign. -2, so we succeed, and we succeed by 2 or more, so we get the opportunist back into our hand, we get the clue, and now we need to test agility, and we are 6 versus 2, and I am committing both of these again to draw another card. It is the Silver Moth. Yeah, we'll just take it. Drawing all the weaknesses here. Auto fail. You must either take 1 damage or discard an asset you control, and it reads on the Silver Moth. You must either. Okay, so it cannot leave play except by the double action ability below, so that is not available for us. So we at least lose Arrogance, and we'll just take 1 damage. Why not? And last action, we'll move here and end our turn. We'll go to upkeep, manual dexterity, and we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a doom. Encounter card is action. You must either decide lose 2 actions. Each investigator at your location takes 1 damage and 1 horror. I'll take the damage and horror. We need to keep up the tempo here. First action will move to the Gothic set, and this should be readied. So Gothic set forced. After you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test combat 2. If you fail, ready the nearest enemy moves towards, engages, and attacks the nearest investigator. After you defeat an enemy at Gothic set, heal 1 horror. 1 clue here. We are doing the investigation here. I am not committing anything to this test, or we would really want to. I'm actually keeping the tempo up even more, so we'll just use the ability on Lola Santiago, and we test combat 2. 3 versus 2. 0, we succeed. We'll move here, and we will spend 1 clue as our last action to get the Helios Telescope. So add the topmost card beneath central lot to the victory display. It is over here. And that is that. So no enemies will go to upkeep, and we draw British Bulldog, gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We are at 4 of 5 doom. Encounter card is Possessed Extra, and this has Aloof. Okay, so nothing for us to do but get the rest of these, so I will get the Accursed Cape. I'm actually putting this here. It is on here. So we get the Accursed Cape here, and we're spent the last clue to get these 2. Okay. At the end of the round we can advance this. So last action. We will play the British Bulldog, just in case we have to start killing something. And that is our turn. Enemy actions none will go to upkeep. We draw Opportunist and gain a resource. And now we can advance. Source of the trouble. You rejoin Andre behind one of the film sets. Several accounts blame the recent spate of bad luck on several cursed props. Two of them, however, seem to be nothing more than mundane items. The third prop, though, has mysteriously disappeared. Together, you and Andre resolve to search the film set for the missing prop. Each investigator loses all of their clues. If there are any remaining cards beneath central lot, set them aside out of play. Find the set aside Andre Fatale story asset and put it into play under the control of any investigator. He does not take up an ally's slot for the remainder of this scenario. Proceed to interlude take 2. So we get Andre Patel. And what do you know? It boosts our agility, which is great. And then we read the interlude. Interlude take 2. Check the victory display. If there are 3 prop assets in the victory display, add a 0 token to the chaos bag and choose the 1 prop to set aside out of play. Then if the Helios telescope is not in the victory display, proceed to a cosmic journey. And the Staff of Serpents is not in the victory display, skip to the Forgotten Island. And the Accursed Cape is not in the victory display, skip to the Abominable Contessa. And we add the 0 to our chaos bag. And I will actually decide this off camera and read the corresponding set of instructions after this round. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, and we have done the mid-game setup here, so I'll first read the story text. So we picked the Cosmic Journey. A cosmic journey. It always does seem as though we are missing an extra around here, Andre notes. All is quiet on the set as you search for the centerpiece prop for a cosmic journey. According to some accounts, several fires have mysteriously broken out, each of them near the Helios telescope. After several minutes of searching, a low metallic growl cuts through the silence coming from the rocket ship. Andre puts one hand to the wooden hull. It's warm, he says quietly. The vessel rattles as the film star opens the hatch. Following Andre inside, you feel your footsteps echo on solid metal. What you discover within defies explanation. The ship is far larger and more elaborate inside than out. Its paneled walls are covered in metal tubes and glowing consoles. You follow Andre to a shattered lens cap lying on the floor. This was part of the telescope, but where is the rest? He asks. As if in answer, the rocket ship shudders to life. You rush to a glass porthole and look outside to see the emptiness of deep space dotted with stars. Andre looks outside, believing, I don't think we're in Hollywood anymore. So we have done the setup, so we gathered the Cosmic Journey encounter set, and we have discarded all enemies from play, and investigators moved to the space set, and we set each other set location aside out of play. And then we put each of the Cosmic Journey locations into play, put the rocket ship story asset into play at space set, and we start in the rocket ship, and we put clues on there, and we put the Saturnite Monarch enemy into play at High Ruler's Bastion, so that is here. Then we added Act 2 and Act 3 cards to the Act deck, and we put the Helios Telescope story asset into play next to the Act deck, which is here. And then we added the Cosmic Journey Encounter cards to the Encounter deck along with the discard pile, and we gathered the single-sided Encounter cards from the Forgotten Island and Abominable Contessa Encounter sets and made a real deck, which is here. And lastly, we will add 2 tablet tokens to the Chaos Pack, and we continue playing. So the tablet tokens are -3 if there is a Saturnite enemy at your location, reveal another token. And the Cosmic Journey Act reads: as you float noiselessly through space, Andre mentions that Telescope must have caused this madness. With nothing but Saturn and its moons in front of you, you have no other choice but to explore these celestial bodies. Each possessed extra gets +2 health. Objective: rebuild the Telescope. When the round ends, if there are 3 shards of Helios Telescope, advance. Hint: explore the cosmos to rebuild the Telescope. Okay. So, after doing all of that, we will continue playing. So we add a doom, which causes the agenda to advance. Call time. It is not Act 2, so we go to the otherwise. Your head spins, the world around you doesn't look quite right, although you can't say why exactly. Each investigator tests their lowest skill. 2. Each investigator who fails loses 2 resources and loses 1 action during their next turn. Remember, the investigators made their call time. Okay, we are testing willpower 1. Oh yeah, and this actually is added back into our deck now, and these are in the bag also. Okay, 1 versus 2. Elder Sign, we actually succeed. That's great. So we didn't commit anything, so nothing happens. So, colliding realities. Reality continues to warp and bend. It isn't just one film coming to life, all 3 are blending together in pure chaos forced. The first time each round, an investigator draws a copy of Bleeding Reality. After resolving its effects, that investigator draws the top card of the real deck. Okay. And we draw the encounter card, and it is Break a Leg. And might as well get some cards, so we'll commit Manual Dexterity and Opportunist. We draw Fox Mask. We are 10 versus 3. -1. We'll return this into our hand. And we draw 2 cards. We get another Lola Santiago and the Better Lock Picks. And then we can continue playing. Forgot to put the location connectors into play. Well, actually, I have no idea which is connected to which. There are no indicators here. Huh. Okay, well, I think the rocket ship might have a clue for that. So let's look at the rocket ship quickly. So it is a vehicle. It works just like the vehicles in the other campaigns, like the Innsmouth Conspiracy, for example. So we can do a fast action to get out of the ship and onto our location, or vice versa. And we are also counting on being on the location if we are out of the in the ship. So fast triggered ability, spend 1 clues per investigator as a group, blast off. Move rocket ship to a cosmos location. Reveal a token from the chaos bag. If a symbol token is revealed, each investigator leaves rocket ship. Then flip this card over. So that is the way to move So first off, we will start by investigating with the lockpicks. So we have 5, 6, 7 because of this, 8, 9 versus 3. -1 will grab this clue. And after you discover one or more clues, test willpower 1. We are testing willpower 1. 1 versus 2. -3 we fail, so we lose 1 action. Then I'll spend the clue so we can move. So I think we will head here first. I have no idea what these are. I have played this scenario once, but I didn't pick this one. So this is a blind playthrough for me also, so I have no idea where to head first. So T-Tone Passage. 4 per investigator shroud and 4 clues. T-Tone Passage gets -X shroud, where X is the combined cost of each asset beneath T-Tone Passage. Fast triggered ability: if there are no clues on T-Tone Passage, place 1 shard on Helios Telescope, max once per game. Okay, so we need to mine clues here. Might take a bit of effort here, but I think we can manage. I'm actually going to play Fox Mask as our last action. And that is everything. Will go to upkeep. This is aloof and no patrol or hunter or anything. We draw manual dexterity and gain a resource. Oh yeah, we forgot to take the lone wolf resource at the start of the round, so that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Oh yeah, last round I forgot to see if we have to exit the rocket ship after we move. It is not a symbol, so we don't. Okay, so we start this round by adding a do, 1 of 30. And encounter card is Ghost Light. Okay, so I think I will. So cannot be damaged except by spell or relic or charm or encounter cards. So we are just going to evade it. And I really don't need that many new cards at the moment. So we start our turn, we get resource. How do we put cards underneath T-Tone Passage? Oh, if there are no clues. Okay, so I have no idea. Maybe there's a way. That doesn't do anything. So we're just evading 6 versus 7 versus forgetting to add Andrei's agility. Oh yeah, and I didn't read Andrei Patel's ability. So after you succeed at a skill test in which 2 or more cards were committed, exhaust Andrei Patel, immediately take an action if it were your turn. This does not count towards the number of actions you can take each turn. So I could have done that last round, but I forgot. Okay, or I didn't commit anything last round, I think. Well, either way, I'll try to remember it now. So 6 versus 2 evade. This is not a Saturnite enemy, so it is a -3, so we succeed at evading, and that puts 1 damage onto this. We will investigate with the lockpicks. So we are investigating 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 4. No need to commit anything. 0. We'll grab a clue. Last action, I'll take a resource and then I'll fast use Lola to spend the resources to grab another clue. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, this readies, engages us again. We draw British Bulldog and gain a resource. So that is that round. Ready these. Let's go to the next round. We add a do. Encounter card is flip the script. Test intellect 0. Each matching skill icon committed to this test subtracts from the skill value instead of adding to it. For each point you succeed by, you must either take one horror or place one of your clues onto your location. So we have a -1 to this, so actually this is helping here. So we are testing 3, 4, so -1, 3 versus 0. We are committing other Lola Santiago, so we are 1. We'll commit Opportunist, so we'll draw one card. We are testing 0 versus 0. Tablet. So we don't succeed. So we don't take anything. No Southern Night enemies here. So this doesn't return into our hand, unfortunately. So first action, we are evading this enemy again. 6 versus 2. It is evaded and takes another damage and is defeated. We will investigate using the lockpicks. We are 10, 11 versus 4. We grab a clue. And oh yeah, we could have used. Okay, let's use this. So we are actually have one more action to do. So I'll grab a resource. Oh yeah, and we forgot to take the Lone Wolf again. And I will play the better lockpicks. Or actually, I'm going to play the Thieves Kit. Comes with 6 supplies. And that is our turn. We ready up. We draw, perception, gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a do. Encounter card is action. I'll take the 1 damage and 1 horror. You're welcome, Andre. And first thing we will do is get a resource from Lone Wolf. We'll use Thieves Kit. We are investigating with our agility. So 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 4. Eight versus 4 sounds good enough. -1. We'll grab the last clue. We'll gain 2 resources. We'll get If there are no Titans, place one shard on Helios telescope. So we have got the first. We are spending one clue to move. Let's move over. I have no idea where to go. We'll just go here. Ritual site T-Zone. 3 shroud, 1 clue, make a sacrifice. Test willpower plus agility 5. If you succeed, you may place up to 2 non-story assets from your hand or play area under T-Zone passage. Then discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it is an enemy, draw it. I doubt we want to do that. We would have wanted to do that first. So we have to test if we have to leave the rocket ship. No, I'm just going to use another clue and move to Totis Barrens. So 3 shroud, 1 clue, force at the end of the enemy phases. There are ready enemies at Totis Barrens. Discard 1 shard of Totis Barrens. Action: if there are no clues on Totis Barrens, move 1 shard on Totis Barrens to Helios telescope. Max once per game. What? There are no clues on. Yeah, I don't really see what that helps. Do these locations come with some shards? I have missed something. No. Nothing says that the locations come with any shards. So this just plays one, but this reads: if there are no clues on Totis Barrens, move 1 shard on Totis Barrens. Okay, so we'll go here. I bet the answer is over there. So we have to again check if we have to leave the stupid rocket ship. No. So last action, we'll go investigate what the hell is going on here. Ritual site Totis. So 3 shroud, 1 clue, fast triggered ability. If there is no shard on Totis Barrens, disrupt the ritual site. Discard the top 1 cards from the encounter deck. Spawn each enemy discarded by this effect to Totis Barrens. Place 1 resource token on Totis Barrens as a shard. Okay, that answers. Okay. So we are testing if we have to leave this. No, another 0. So we can do this fast trigger ability. So we discard 1 card. It is not an enemy. We place. I'll use these Elder Sign tokens as the resources. So we put 1 shard there. So next turn we'll go there and move this here, and that is our turn. No enemies will go to upkeep. I'm actually going to use Lola. No, we don't really want to use that now. Yeah, we'll save it here so we can just remove that clue next round. So we'll draw a card, gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a do. Encounter card is flip the script again. We are 2 versus. I mean, we are 3 versus 0. We'll commit the perception, and I don't think we need another Thieves Kit. So we are 0 versus 0. Oh yeah, we draw a card because we committed 2. So we get the Daredevil. Elder Sign, it is a +1, so I'll take the 1 horror. Why not? We succeeded, so we get to draw a card with the perception. It is nimble. And we get to do an extra action, which is to... Oh yeah, moving the rocket ship is actually fast action. So I have been using actions to move it around, which is wrong. So we're spending 1 clue to move over here. Fast. It is another 0. We will use Lola here. Okay, so I haven't started our turn yet, so we are just using Lola. Grab this. Now we start our turn. We gain a resource. We'll do this action, move this here. Do another fast action, move here. And we place another. Is there a limit? No. So we'll place another here. Move here. Again, it's a fast action. So we've done this once. And all of this has been fast action. So I think we moved here. We have to test the rocket ship again. Now we actually have to disembark, and this flips. Curious Moon, massive force. If the Curious Moon is successfully attacked or evaded, flip this card back over. Oh dear. Okay, we will evade. I'll commit Lone Wolf and Manual Dexterity. We draw a card. Watch this. And we'll use 1 charge from the Fox Mask. I'm a billion versus 4, so we'll do the math if it's a high negative. It is a -1, so this is flipped back over. And we'll do the action to move back into the ship. Or it is a free action, but it can be done only once per round. Then we will... Oh yeah, we spent the clue already earlier, so we'll move here, and last action we will... Oh yeah, we drew 2 cards with Manual Dexterity. Savant and Backstab. So we have 2 Backstabs, so we have a good fighting hand already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, so we can't draw any more. Okay, so last action we'll just move here, this here, and when the round ends, if there are 3 shards on Helios Telescope, advance. Okay. So no enemy actions will go to upkeep. We draw Lucky Cigarette Case. We have to discard something. We don't need another British Bulldog, I think. And we don't really need the Lucky Cigarette Case, actually, because we are drawing enough cards without it. And we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom, 5 of 13. Encounter card is Bleeding Reality. Okay, test the Intellect Axe, where Axe is the 1 more than the current Axe number. For each point you fail by, discard 1 card at random from your hand, maximum of 3. That is not nice. And the first time each round an investigator draws the copy of Bleeding Reality after resolving its effects. That investigator draws the top card of the real deck. So now we have to draw one of these. Just put it here so I don't forget. But what can we commit to this test? I'll commit to watch this and the other lockpicks. And we draw a card. It is a perception. And we can trigger Andre also here. So we are, and yeah, I'm committing to here. Yeah, let's go all in. We are 3 with all of the buffs. 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. -2. So we'll actually double our money. And we pass this, but now we have this card to resolve, and it is Hellfire. Test agility 3 times. For each of these skill tests you fail, take 1 damage. Okay, so 5, 6, 7 versus 1. Pass 7 versus 1. Pass 7 versus 1. Pass. Oh yeah, we should have advanced at the end of the last round, so we'll do that now. Let's see if it changes anything. Return from the cosmos. You plummet through space until you land in a low sea. You have the telescope in hand, but you are not alone. Discard each enemy in play, move each investigator to the space set. Each investigator loses all of their clues. We don't have any clues. Add each location to the victory display and no clues on it to the victory display. Remove each Cosmos and Ritual side card from the game. Put each set location into play unrevealed along with central lot blurred side face up. Search the victory display for Saturnite Monarch and put it into play at central lot with its an alien land side face up. Shuffle the top 2 cards of the real deck into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. Okay, so that would have changed something, but we can't reverse that. Add Cultist Tablet and Elder Thing Token to the Chaos bag. That would have changed something, but yeah. Put the Helios Telescope, asset into play under the control of any investigator. Okay, so we have this in control. Okay, so top 2 cards of the real deck go in here. So we will just say these 2 cards are in the discard. Yeah, I missed advancing at the end of the last round, so sorry about that. But yeah, it is first time playing this scenario, so or this version of this scenario. So these go into the victory display. These we didn't even visit. These are removed. These come back. And this is on the blurred side. Just doing the quick setup here so we can continue. These are unrevealed now, I think. So this flips to in an alien land side. So Saturnite Monarch, 3 fight, 6 health, 2 evade, alert, hunter, massive. Saturnite Monarch gets +1 fight for each other enemy in play to a maximum of 3. Forced at the end of the enemy phase if Saturnite Monarch is at the same location as Helios Telescope, remove 1 shard from the Helios Telescope. Okay, so we keep the shards here. We'll see if it's just that we need to defeat this guy now. Okay. Let's see. From where they came, the telescope's transporting beam may be able to send the Saturnites home, but the Monarch is hellbent upon taking it. Each possessed extra gets +2 health, +1 fight and +1 evade, and gains elusive and the Saturnite trait. And action spent 2 clues, 1 clue as a group, place 1 shard on Helios telescope, forced if the Helios telescope has no shards on it, advance. Objective, dethrone the Monarch. If the Saturnite Monarch is defeated, advance. Okay, well, I think this is a straight up brawl from now on, just to defeat this guy. So it is a fight 3, so we could just backstab. So yeah, first action, we'll backstab. This uses agility instead of, so we are, oh yeah, we have an extra action here. So this is actually our free action now. So we are backstabbing. We are 5, 6, 7 versus 3. We'll go 8 versus 3 and we'll do this. So we have to pay. Yeah, we're paying 1. We don't need to commit anymore. So we draw a card. It is another Fox Mask. We are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 3 for the backstab. -1. We deal 3 damage. This will return into our hand at the end of the round, and let's... Okay, so... Yeah. We'll get another resource. So first action, we will play another backstab. Yeah. I think this is game over for the Monarch. And we'll commit Nimble, Savant, which is +3, +2. We draw a card, down and out, whatever. And we'll commit Fox Mask, use 1 chart from the Fox Mask. We are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 versus 3. -3, draw a new token. And -3, if you fail and there are no dinosaur enemies and we don't fail, so we deal another damage, and that is game over for the Saturnite Monarch. So if the Saturnite Monarch is defeated, advance. The Shattered Scope. For objective, okay, after only a short time with the Helios telescope, you have begun to master its power. The Monarch falls to the floor, exhausted. You take aim and fire a fantastical beam at the Saturnite. With a shriek, the Monarch and its subjects vanish, leaving nothing but memories. Add the Helios telescope to the victory display. Alright. And this also is in the victory display. And resolution 2. Just checking. Yeah, we really didn't need to use the Helios telescope at all here. So resolution 2. Andre pats you on the back, then rubs his eyes with a sigh. Beyond you, mon ami, I could not have survived this without you. You hold the telescope now inert in your hands as your mind wanders to the amazing things you've just seen. Saturn, the alien creatures, and the vastness of space. You won't need to see A Cosmic Journey when it releases. You've already lived it. Proceed to resolution 5. Some hours later, you find Andre standing over Erica Strand, the producer. She sits against the wall, head held between her hands. Rough day, my friend. Andre leans down and puts a steaming cup of tea next to her. After a tentative sip, Erica looks to Andre. What happened? And why do I feel like I just lost a wrestling match with a train? She asks. Andre looks over her as his apprehension gives way to curiosity. I'm not certain, but you definitely weren't yourself. I suppose we have much to discuss. Erica nods along as the film star relays the strange and fantastical events of the day. After finishing the tale, Andre snatches his hat and cane from the nearby table. I must go. It appears the mystery is not yet fully unrevealed, but I bid you all adieu. The actor turns just as he walks out of the door and smiles mischievously. Nos revenons mon ami. Proceed to Finn. Somewhere off the distance, a twisted laugh pierces the air. After a few moments, it pauses and yells, and cut. That's a wrap. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. If the investigators made their call time, each investigator earns 1 bonus experience. If Andre Patel's story asset was under control of an investigator when the scenario ended, any investigator may add this to their deck for the remainder of the campaign. This asset does not count towards the investigator's deck size. If you are playing in campaign mode, research your campaign chaos bag. And that was the film Fatale. Well, it was easy enough scenario with a 49 XP deck, so usually I try to stay below 20 experience for these standalones to make it a bit more challenging. Of course, I could play this on hard mode, but I decided to, I'm still not that familiar with the scenario, I'll play it first as standard difficulty. But yeah, I just wanted to build a really powerful Wini deck to demonstrate how fun this investigator is to play, even in standalone or even in a campaign by herself. So that is basically it. So nothing else for me to say but to say thanks for watching and until next time.